Hello, hello, hello. I was up early. Okay, let me get situated here. Okay, there we go. So today's transits, early today, Venus enters its own sign, Libra, where it performs very well and transits until October 23rd. We're not fond of out and out competition or aggressive pursuit, preferring win-win situations during this cycle. Usually quite willing to negotiate and compromise. We can be very obliging with others. We're also idealistic about love, and we seek intellectual peers. We prefer things are done a particular way, and aggressive or uncouth behavior turns us off. The shadow expression of this position includes over-dependence and superficiality. To avoid unpleasant situations, we could gloss over deeper issues in our relationships. It's probably best to avoid the trap of acquiescing to partners while privately resenting the fact or thinking ourselves martyrs for doing so. While Venus is in Libra, we are most artistically inclined or seek balance in our personal environment. This cycle is excellent for promoting cooperation, harmony, mutually beneficial connections, and fairness. We're most likely to prosper in partnership through one-to-one associations, such as counseling, or in fields related to harmony, relationships, beauty, design, and the law. We attract things to us and appeal to others through gentleness and kindness. The moon spends the day in incisive, perceptive Scorpio, and we're more inclined to read between the lines. And with a Mercury-Venus parallel, we tend to analyze our feelings and relationships today. Venus is in Libra today from September 29th to October 23rd. We favor employing charm over assertiveness. We get what we want during this cycle. Usually quite willing to negotiate and compromise, we can be very obliging with others. We're also very idealistic about love, and we seek intellectual peers. Although Venus is in Libra is very relationship focused, there is an air of cool detachment to this energy. We prefer things are done the right way, and aggressive or uncouth behavior turns us off. The shadow expression of this position includes overdependence and superficiality. We've done that. We're more likely to prosper during this cycle in partnership and one-to-one associations. So big transit today, Venus moving into Libra. Let's see what the Schumann has to say. All right, nothing too big Schumann-wise. Solar flares. Let's get the other one. The old region 3098 is currently approaching the northeast limb and will begin to show itself during the next 48 hours as of today. The region appears that it could still be active. So we could be experiencing some bigger CNE and solar flares. We'll just have to see. All right, let's get going. So today is remember who your soul wants to be. The journey home. Oops. There are many reasons we experience difficulty in remembering who our soul really wants to be. Layers of sludge accumulated from life experience can make it difficult to see and remember who we are. In a movie called Multiplicity, whoa, the main character struggles to keep up with the hectic pace of life. We can't do it, he claims. He begins cloning himself with a scientist's help. The fifth clone becomes a copy of a copy, someone who's not quite right. The fifth clone puts pizza instead of money into his billfold and stands in the mirror shaving his tongue. Sometimes we get so busy cloning ourselves, we can't remember who the original is. Many times we go into automatic pilot trying to act like or initiate who we think we should be. Sometimes unresolved guilt and shame, feelings we need to release and heal, get in the way of our accepting and being who our soul wants to be. These feelings don't magically disappear. They'll come out in extraordinary ways if they're not cleared. We'll become defensive at times, say the most peculiar things. People may not be able to understand us or know what we mean. What we are really doing is defending ourselves against our own attack. Sometimes we'll project guilt and shame, our lessons, onto another person. We'll tell other people what they should or shouldn't do and what they're doing wrong. If we listen carefully to what we're saying, we'll discover we're really talking to and about ourselves. Fear plays a big part too. Some people say that unhealed fear and terror are the underlying causes for most problems we experience in the world. We step up to the plate and choke. Sometimes we are so afraid we don't even step up to the plate. We sit on the sidelines crippled with fear, then call our fears something else. I don't like the game. It doesn't interest me. What is really going on deep down is fear. Time to get rid of the clones we have created. It is possible to send the clones we've made packing, and is it possible to send the clones we've made packing on their way? The answer is an astounding yes. This can be changed in a twinkling of an eye by changing what we believe and redefining our words. We're not meant to come to this planet and be repressed, held back, and ridiculously pious, or to be anyone or anything we're not. Let the divine in you express itself through the nuances of your personality. Let your belief soul shine through. Develop your soul connection. Keep those people close who help you to remember who you are. We all have at least one person who we are around. When we are around them, our soul lights up and we remember who we truly are, with no ulterior motives, no fakeness, and no pretending. Someone who reminds us who our soul came here to be instead of who we think we should be. When we are around certain people, places, and things, we find ourselves relaxing into our soul. We let go of the stiffness and formality. We stop thinking we have to shift and change to be accepted. The presence of that person or being in that place comforts our bodies and helps us hear, acknowledge, and accept our souls. We remember who we are. Make a commitment to staying balanced and clear. Life has a tendency to get so loud you can't even hear your intuition speaking anymore. It gets so fast that you don't get a moment to tune in. This is when we get off balance and lose sight of what our soul came here to do. Life begins to feel resistant and a bit like a torture treatment if ignored long enough. We may even hear people say, "Welcome to the real world." I'm sure we've all heard somebody say that. I say, release that. Anyone who believes that, send them love and light. The real world is magical and free. When you are balanced and in alignment, your soul and spirit lights up. Just because others don't remember doesn't mean we need to feed into and accept that belief. So we want to be really careful. If people are saying welcome to the real world, that is such a negative thing. Like repel it. Use your conscious mind to say, I do not accept. You have that ability. Whenever somebody's saying something that's out of alignment with what you know to be true, just say, I kindly say, I do not accept. Actually say it in your mind. Other people will say it's time for a vacation. I'm here to tell you that if you stay in alignment and balance with your soul, you do not need a vacation. Create a life you do not need to escape from. It is there in the blueprint of your soul's purpose. Sometimes what we need is to go to a different place spiritually inside of ourselves, not a physical escape in the form of a vacation. Listen to your body. Is it tense and sore? Is your spine stiff? Are your shoulders in pain? These are all signs that you need to lean in and slow down the outside pace and hear what your soul is saying. When you tune in and listen to the rest of the world, when you tune in and listen, the rest of the world will open up for you and not the other way around. Get back the energy of wonder and awe. This is our natural state of being, and we deserve to live from this state and not the hectic, chaotic, fake one society pushes us into. The next time you hear that high-pitched whining noise in your soul, open up. The next time you hear that high-pitched whining noise in your soul, open up. Let the energy of the universe in. Let the sunrise and the sunset bathe you in their rich hues and sing to your soul. Let the trees, the desert, the ocean, and the streams sing to you with their songs. Honor the cycles of the moon and her ecliptic paths. She will guide you home once you do. Set yourself free. Our heads may have an agenda and a plan, but the blueprint of our lives is encoded in our hearts and souls. Loving and nurturing ourselves sets us free. There is a power in the words, I do not know. It gets us out of our head so our soul can tell us what to do next. We do not have to strive. We'll find ourselves magically, easily, and naturally doing what we came here to do. We'll discover our soul's purpose brings us great joy, because all along it was what we really wanted to do. We don't have to struggle so hard to remember. The key is to relax and to feel clear and to feel and clear our emotions so we can recall our buried dreams. We do not have to strive to find out our destiny. Nurture and nourish your soul and your destiny, and let your destiny find you. Slow down. Remember what your soul wants to do in the big decisions in your life. Honor what your soul wants to do in the smaller, everyday details too. Let it lead you home. So many people look for the big hit, the big revelation, the big insight that will change our lives. We want to win the lottery. It's the only way we can foresee paying our bills. Sometimes we think the same way about enlightenment, discovering our soul purpose, spiritual growth, and finding our way home too. Although we can and are changed in the twinkling of an eye, the way to find our soul our purpose and place isn't to sit and mean about needing to win the spiritual lottery. So we don't need, although we can and are changed in the twinkling of an eye, the way to find our soul purpose and place isn't to sit and mean about needing to win the lottery. So we need to let that part go. The winning ticket is already in your hands. The clues to who we are, who we're becoming, and what we came here to do are all around us. The truth is hidden in the details of our daily life. The way to find these clues and to process what they mean is to stop trying so hard to figure everything out and stay fully present for each moment. It's quite a few spelling mistakes, forgive me. I was doing this morning. Be aware of what's going on around us, within us, and how we really feel. Then let our souls process the clues and send the solving of the mystery to our conscious minds when it is the right time. Let spirit lead us. We don't have to search for destiny or try so hard to understand what our souls came here to do or what our souls want to do next. The answers are already inside. It is and always has been about quieting the mind and listening to your intuition. It's always been inside. And I remember early on that I got into this searching outside of myself. I was always looking for something to almost forgive me for lack of what's coming through, but slap me in the face so that I knew, like, hey, it's this big, huge, and it is huge. My destiny and my soul purpose is huge, but it was this grandiose thinking that I got into, thinking that it would be something outside of myself. And I got very caught up in the chaos and the seeking and the attainment and the pushing and the working harder and the thinking that I was going to win the spiritual lottery. Once I stopped and I started to slow down and I started to meditate and quiet the outside world, including the people that surrounded me, and I started to just listen, I was guided in strengthening my intuition. I was guided in knowing what it was that I came here to do. And my bigger vision that was bigger than anything that my conscious mind could ever have created on its own was given to me in that quietness. So part of the process of manifestation and finding your soul purpose, because when you align with your soul purpose and you use your tools of manifestation, that's where quantum leaps lay. That's where, you know, we really start to get into our divinity and our destiny. That's the word that I'm looking for. So if you've been wanting, I've been led to offer 5 spots for discovery calls. So over the next week, I have 5 spots available to do just a discovery call with me where I'll tune in and figure out, tune in and let, you know, the universe give me the downloads of what your next step is. I'm going to open those up, so you just need to either comment on this video, ready. If you comment ready, I will know that you would like a discovery call, or send me a private message and we can get started. It is just simply a free call with me to discover what your next step is. And if you've been feeling that you really want to start aligning with your soul purpose, and maybe you've been working a 9-to-5 job and it's not resonating with you, and you're feeling a lot of resistance and you want to start creating more freedom in your life, I'm available for that. We can do a discovery call and we can just find out if this is, you know, the right match for both of us in working with one of my either my one-on-one complete quantum healing package or one of the smaller packages that's going to suit you better. We can discuss that and create together, you know, we can set out and align with the blueprint of your life. So comment ready if you would like that discovery call. I will only have 5 available, and it's only going to be for the next week. I do have a full-time job, so my spots are very limited. So let me know. Tomorrow is going to be meditation. I have been guided to do a heart space opening hypnosis. So we are going to jump into that. The replay will be available, but our inspired messages is going to be something that powerfully opens up our heart space so that we can get these intuitive downloads that will help us to further the path towards our destiny. And then the next one after that, I believe, is finding the right path. So once we know what our soul purpose is, what path is going to get us there in the quickest and highest purpose for our alignment. You know, we are beings that have freedom of choice. So in that freedom of choice, we can take detours. So that's one of the things that I can do with the coaching, is to help you stay aligned with that path that's going to get you there in the quickest manner, in the most aligned manner, in the best way for your highest and best interest. That is what I'm here to do. So just let me know if it's something that you're interested in taking that next step for yourself, in moving into your soul purpose and manifesting the life of your dreams. Remember that first we have to believe that this is possible. There is such power in making the choice that this is something that we believe in. And that is what I'm here to do, is to help you to remember that and believe in this process, that we are infinite beings with infinite potential, and we are able and capable to tune in to this decoding of our blueprint of our soul. And once we start creating that, life becomes more free and no more resistance. And we feel, I don't want to say magical in the sense of like twinkling, but we feel free, and magical is the only way that I know how to communicate that feeling of when things open up, because once we're in alignment, the things come to us, not the other way around. We don't go to the stuff and then they open up. The conventional approach is doing things backwards. So that's what I'm here to do, is to unravel that kind of stuff, get you pointed in the right direction, and creating that freedom in your life where you have time and freedom to be with your family and friends and just be who your soul wants to be. Create that freedom when you align with your soul purpose. That's going to bring the financial flow into you, bring the opportunities that are going to bring the financial flow, and be in that space where you understand that anything that your soul desires is yours. Once you align and once you go through this process of manifestation using your persistence and your burning desire and all of these things that I've been teaching you here with the inspired messages, you know, many of us have heard these multiple times, but are they something that has soaked into your deep subconscious mind? Is it something that you understand with your soul? Or is it just something that you know up here in your mind? I knew subconscious. I understand that it took over 21 days just to even begin to reach the subconscious mind, but it never registered to put that into action. You know, it wasn't absorbed yet into me. So that's why we're going to continue to do these inspired messages. And that's why I called them inspired messages, because even when they're info that we already know, sometimes it takes hearing it again to really absorb it and go, oh my goodness, the light bulb just came off. You know, I heard a motivational speech where he was talking about, you know, to a guru, and the guru takes him out to the ocean, and the guru makes him go all the way up to his chest, and he shoves him under the water. And it sounds so harsh, but it was such a light bulb moment for me, because it was in that message where he said, you know, when you're underwater and you're drowning, you let go of everything. All your body and your brain wants to do is breathe. That's all it does. That's its sole thing. Your lungs are just screaming for air. And it was in that message that you have to have that strong of a desire for things to start manifesting in your life. It was in that message, and I'm getting chills even just saying it, where I understood that it wasn't just a little belief that I had to have. I had to have a strong belief in being able to create my soul purpose, a strong belief in what it is that I'm here to do. I had to want it more than breathing. It had to be this thing I was obsessed with, this entity that I was moving towards because I felt it inside. So that's the key puzzle piece that I was needing. So that's why I'm doing these inspired messages in hopes that I can help you on your path have these aha moments and light bulb moments where we go, that's what I need to do. Yes, okay. Yes, I wasn't being persistent enough. Yes, my desire wasn't a burning desire. Yes, I haven't been connecting with it daily. Yes, I don't know what my soul purpose is. I kind of think consciously and rationally what I should be doing, but am I aligning with what it is that I truly came here to do? Because each one of you is magically unique. Your essence is meant for other people. In your awakening, in your connecting to your, excuse me, your soul purpose, you awaken other people. It is this magical ripple effect that happens. And that's why it's so important for you to quiet yourself and get into what it is that really feels and lights up your spirit. Because in doing that, you give other people permission to do that. And there's certain soul people that are meant to be in your aura, in your space, in your magic that you came here to create. You were meant to touch other people's souls. So I'm here to send you that message that you are meant to awaken to that. And that's what I am here to do. So if you're feeling that call, all you need to do is comment ready on any one of my videos and I will reach out to you or send a private message to me. We can have a conversation. It doesn't even have to be the discovery call. I like the discovery call because it sets the intention that we're there to discuss what your next steps are going to be on your journey, you know, what it is that you want to accomplish and what you want to move forward doing and what your intentions are. It's like a creative session. So let me know. I have 5 open where I will intuitively tune in using my claircognizance, and we will find, you know, what that aha moment needs to be for you in setting yourself free on your path. So I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Be ready tomorrow at 11 a.m. for a guided hypnosis. It's not just a meditation. It's going to be a heart opening hypnosis. So it's going to be a deep dive. So it might go 30 to 45 to 60 minutes. So be available at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or wait until you're ready in the evening. Don't do this when you have your kids running around and they're asking for your attention, or you're on your break at work and you're worried about what the time is going to be. Do this when you have the allotted time to just be quiet and tune in, because a lot of, you know, downloads are going to come, and messages for your soul are going to come through during this process as we shift and move into October, creating new inspired messages for your soul to awaken. That is my purpose for all of these inspired messages, is to awaken your soul, to speak to your soul, to have you engage more no matter where you are on your path with those aha moments, because we each have them, that are going to shift you to a path that's going to get you more directed to your higher and best interest for the betterment of the planet, essentially. So I love you. I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.